EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. The veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go from Nashville. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. That's John Kaminsky in on the stop. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Like 54, like 54.
Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Like 13, like 13.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Yeah, like 54.
Levis to throw it here on 1st down. In trouble, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This one downfield for Okonkwo. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive will begin with a run by Lloyd. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Love. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week. Come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Right side 4.
Levis with a give to Spears. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Like 90.
They run. This is Joshua Kelly. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there.
It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Spears. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. 1st down picked up.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Like 49.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So on 4th down, the veteran Nick Folk will try it for Tennessee. And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. but that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. The man in motion is Watson. On second down, Love. That is caught! And he will go all the way. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his second touchdown of the year. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Like 24.
They go play action with Levis. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
That's deep, looking for Boyd. And that is incomplete. Tyler Boyd was the intended target for that one. Third down coming up.
Out on. 454, Mike 54. Diamond. And 24, Linda. Slack 18, Green.
On play action, here's Levis. He's got his man. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A handoff, running left is Spears. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Second down and 8.
49's down, 22 Rita.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. That's to the former Jaguar and Falcon, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. We are through one. It's the Packers on top. We're back in Music City after this.
Tracy, sit up.
Levis to throw on first and 10. He'll look middle here, caught by Boyd.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Spears. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Once again, it's Spears. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Back to the tight end, Nick Van Nett. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
And he will score. Will Levis. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Amani Hooker there on the tackle. They face second down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete to Watson. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. At the 43.
Second down throw for Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he will score. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
24 Rita, son. Like 13.
Now, Levis. That's deep, looking for Boyd. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Love gonna give it to Lloyd. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Levis from out of the pistol. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Like 5-4.
Levis. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Second down and 3.
Like 40 up.
Now Levis. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Like 13.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
Levis to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Here's Love to throw. That complete to Jacobs. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That one on target to Watson. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 39 yards. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Open receiver is Bo Melton. He is in. Bo Melton. Touchdown, Green Bay. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Next to score, Packers 21, Titans 7. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Short.
Off the play fake. It's Levis. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
From the gun, it's Love. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing on second down, Levis. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Levis. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Another run here with Lloyd. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Hey, hey, check that.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. This one up top for Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. On comes the Packers punting team. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line.
Like 54.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's deep, looking for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
40 Rita. Mo. 40 Rita.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. Again, working deep downfield. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Lloyd. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. The man in motion is Watson. On 2nd down, Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
They'll run over center, and it's Lloyd. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll go again with Lloyd. He'll manage only a couple. That's John Kaminsky in on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Love. This one complete to Melton. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
The man in motion is Watson.
Check go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end downfield. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A big gainer for Green Bay. 31 yards. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Like 24.
Running, Kelly. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7.
Here on down, 90 down, 49 Rita. 49, Mike 49.
Now, Levis. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Give inside, there's Lloyd. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
They run. It's Lloyd. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
On the set. Set.
Try to run it with Lloyd. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Packers.
And these were the explosive runs they were hoping for when they drafted Lloyd in this previous year's draft, Mike. I mean, think now. Aaron Jones is gone. He was the big threat back. Who can Jordan Love rely on to take some pressure off that passing game? This is one of the most dynamic runners coming out of the college game in the last couple years, and runs like this can show you why.
Here we go. Go.
On 1st down, it's Love. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from 30 yards out. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will extend their lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Handoff, it's Lloyd. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. Now Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. They'll run with Jacobs. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a fourth-quarter lead, and it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Levis to throw. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
0.
Now Levis. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Here's Levis from out of the pistol. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Lloyd. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
On the give, it's Lloyd. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On 1st down, right back to Lloyd. And he'll only get down to around the 42. Here's a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Lloyd. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Third down, 3 to go. They will take a knee here. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes.
Hey, come on, come in.
Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Spears. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
On third down, they go with Spears. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll try it now with Spears.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. Fourth down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.